because the atmosphere is so much better. Yeah, the crowd gets behind the band, sort of eggs them on a bit, makes them play passionately for the crowd, and I just think it makes it a better atmosphere. And I think they play better, louder, with more enthusiasm in front of a crowd.
Which of these do you prefer then? A music video that has a narrative illustrating the lyrics, one takes just a theme from the lyrics and amplifies it, or one that's conceptual and not linked to the song's lyrics at all?
I think a music video that has a narrative illustration, because I think, like it sounds silly, but you could almost sing along to it. You miss the song.
I'm just conceptually not linked because I just see the song really. It's not really my thing.
Okay, so you don't care about the narrative at all?
Not really.
I'd say narrative illustrating, because then you can actually relate to the lyrics of the song and then find out the true meaning behind it.
Yeah, I go for narrative. It just makes you more into the song. It sort of brings you in, and you listen to the lyrics better and understand what the song's all about.
And do you prefer a music video that shows the band members' personalities? I know a couple of you said you do.
Yes, 100%, because I think it gives you an understanding of what they are, who they are, and what their style is, because if they have different styles, it can all come together and it makes a nice harmony, I think.
Do you think it sort of involves you as the audience more into the
Yeah.
band, so you become more of a fan?
Yeah, so I think maybe in certain situations of your life you could relate to theirs if they've gone through the same thing, so I guess you'll be even closer as a fan.
I think I'll just echo the same thing Charlie says, just complete my opinion.
Yeah, similarly, I would say the emotion of the song being portrayed is like come across pretty clear, so I relate to it.
I think different band members interpret the song differently and play it differently to their own opinions, and I think the personalities do come through. It makes it a better video because you see them and see why they're playing it.
What's your opinion then on music videos that feature a cinematic prologue or epilogue to introduce or conclude the narrative and why? So like basically a cinematic section before the music actually starts in the music video that like introduces it, or one that concludes the narrative you've seen throughout the video?
I think a prologue would be better, because I think it just sets out the video, and then when let's say the guitar starts playing, it starts to get you into the song, and then the beat of the song goes through the story. I think that it sets a good vibe for the whole music video.
I'm not one who likes them really. It's just it kind of can get you out the flow. It can like distract you from what actually the music is. So,
In terms of your like viewing, it's quite annoying, isn't it? When you
yeah.
have
Sometimes when you're reviewing it for like the fourth, fifth time, it can become repetitive, and it's just like I want to hear the music, not like what's going on.
Okay. I think it's a really good idea, to be honest. I think it introduces the music video really well, and then it sets the scene.
I definitely prefer prologues. I mean, with my taste, blues, rock and blues metal, as well as these, there's a lot of long intros, video intros. It sets the mood before the instruments start coming in. You can feel the mood of the song before the song itself.
Do you think that any of you, do you think that makes like the narrative stronger? So the narrative in the music video, do you think that having a prologue strengthens the value of the narrative to you as an audience watching it?
Yeah, I think it does, and that sounds like that's it, really simple. I think it just does.
It definitely adds to it.
And what about during performance sections of rock and metal music? Like, do you prefer quick paced, fast editing that emphasises the rhythm of the music, or
Well, I think I'm mixed, because it just depends on the song, because quick pace editing is like, if it's a really high intense song, you want to have it quick paced to give you a good feel, but if it's a nice steady slow metal or rock song, there's not many out there, but slow pace would be good, so I'm in the mix, I think.
Does it depend on the section for you? So like if there's like a 20-second moment of the song where it's really quick-paced instrumentals, there you'd want the quick-paced editing, and then where it's softer, you want the shots reflected.
I think where it suits the song, I think the editing should be like right.
It has to be. It has to be work, because if it doesn't work, it makes the song sound bad.
Yeah, that's right.
If you can't visually see it properly, it just makes it all worse.
Yeah, I think I have to agree with Charlie, but I mean, when with his slow paced, I think it allows more time for the viewer to understand what the song is about. When it's quick, it's kind of all rushed.
Yeah, I do agree with this. There's a time and a place for quick editing and a time and a place for slow editing. Solos especially. If there's a fast solo, then you have your quick editing. Again, if it's a slow, sad intro, solo, outro, it should be slow, and you can appreciate the music once it's just
Suits the song, I think. That's what it
Yeah.
should be.
What's your view of special effects in music videos? Like impositions, distorted colour, CGI, just anything to make the music video more interesting?
Probably I'd say they're needed, but they're not needed. So sometimes if it's like a story, once again, like a prologue, epilogue, whatever, you need to set a scene, set a place. So they want obviously good CGI to say you have it in your mind of what someone's talking about, for instance. So in that case, I think there should be a lot of special effects. But in other times, it does go against what I'm trying to say. Like sometimes it just kind of messes your mind. If that sounds silly, but I think it's like there's too much happening at once, so you don't really understand the song.
Yeah.
You see it's like what's in front of your eyes.
Definitely. It's just anything that makes the song more flashier can help it, but it can also detriment it in the same place. It's just how the viewer sees it. It's all down to them. And myself, I'm not bothered. If it's there for a reason, go for it.
I think it's good in a way because then it grabs whoever's watching the video, it grabs their attention, so then they'll be more interested in the song.
I do agree with Connor. It needs to add to the music video and not take away from it. It can't distract the viewer from the music. The music is what the video is about. And if the viewer becomes so engrossed in the video, they're not listening to the music, I think there's no point in it.
Right.
Alright. And finally, in music videos that have a narrative element, do you prefer a more a simpler narrative that's easily followed, or a more complex one that maybe you or other people would have different interpretations of?
I think personally a simple one, just because generally it's just easy to follow, so you guess you understand the music.
One that's open to interpretation, just because you can have so many different views on it, and having different views can help you understand it, and understanding this helps you with the music.
Adds repeatability as
Yeah,
well.
you can help people, you can listen to other people, you can talk about it. It just makes it generally like better experience if you can start talking to others about it as well and get different views.
I definitely have to go with the complex one, as the target audience is much more bigger in terms of different types, and it allows more interpretation to music video in different ways.
I agree with Connor. I think that it needs to be complex to suit the song type. If the song is slow and very simple, like Charlie said, it needs to be simple, you can follow it, you can appreciate the music. If it's a thrash metal, then complex is sometimes a lot better, because the viewer can interpret it in its own way, what they think is going on, why they think is going on, and just why the band has written it in that way.
Just one quick question before we end. This is specifically to do with rock and metal music videos. Is there anything you'd like to add, maybe, that you see in rock and metal music videos that you really like it's a really good factor we haven't really talked about today?
Not really. Not myself. I think most of the stuff has been covered really.
I've only got one thing.
Oh yeah?
That's, my opinion was a bit of a wildcard one. I prefer the open concept one. If they're going to do a music video about that, a lot of the ones I watch get the crowd involved with the music. The type where they get them to sing a bit and then the artist sings a bit. I think that brings more to the video, because as a fan you can imagine yourself there singing along with the band.
You repeat
And
it in your own brain as
yeah,
well.
you can repeat it and you can feel like you're part of the music rather than just a spectator watching on YouTube or
So
something.
one that sort of emphasises more the singing and helps you sing along with it almost.
Yeah, almost. Yeah, it gets a little bit in your
Inside
head
the song.
and you feel.
Yeah.
I sometimes find myself humming along to the song.
Like the concert element.
Yeah, the concert element brings that out.
Yeah.
Do you think that can be reciprocated inside the studio if they're singing in a way that you can sort of
It can
relate
if
with?
they make it quite open. If they sort of
engage with the camera?
engage with the camera, yeah, and the settings instead of just playing the song.
So they make it look like they're singing to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Playing to
Yeah.
that makes
Yeah.
it so much
A
better.
lot better, a lot more
You feel
enjoyable.
like you're part of it, part of the song, like you said. So
Yeah, you just
Good,
engage with
as
it.
well with eye contact as well with the camera.
Yeah.
Looking at you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, guys. We'll take a look at that day, and I think that means good things for us in terms of what we've done. And in terms of you guys, we'll look at this day, and we'll see you next time.